Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Lego Movie 2, the second part. And I was so excited to see this film. This was probably the top of my list in terms of animated films to see this year, along with Toy Story 4 is up there, but I loved the first Lego Movie, and I was so excited after 5 years to finally get a follow-up to this that wasn't, which I really enjoyed the Batman one. It kind of lost me in the third act. Thought it went too far. And then the Lego Ninjago movie was just kind of forgettable. So I was really excited to come back to this. And Mike Mitchell takes over the direction of this film from Lord and Miller, who do still write this film. I feel like there is a bit lacking in terms of the direction of the film compared to the last one. I thought the other one was a little sharper, a little more energy and oomph to it. This one feels like somebody trying to do Lord and Miller and doing a fine job at it, but it's still not Lord and Miller. It's like all the times you watch somebody trying to be Tarantino or the Coen brothers, and they do a fine job, but this would have been better if the Coen brothers or Quentin Tarantino directed this film. And that's the kind of feeling that I got with some of it. Towards the beginning of this film, it didn't click right away for me as the first Lego Movie did. I still laughed, I still enjoyed it, but it was more I enjoyed it for the first 10-15 minutes. Then this movie really started to get going, and boy, I laughed so many times. The meta jokes in this film are great. The musical numbers really got me, honestly, and I really enjoyed them. And Tiffany Haddish has a big moment where she sings a song in this that's done so well, and so much comedic talent going into that song. And this story, it was fresh. It wasn't a retread of the first Lego Movie, which I really appreciated, and it was going for some very interesting themes of finding yourself and being you. And I thought this film dove headlong into those themes and did a good job of really conveying those themes and building a story around trying to portray those themes in a constructive and well thought out way. And not gonna lie, this film is still really clever. It is really clever. It's not on the same level as the first one. This unfortunately falls a little bit short of the first Lego Movie, which I raved about, absolutely loved it, thought it got robbed by the fact that it didn't even get nominated for Best Animated Feature. Ridiculous. And obviously, with the live action kind of bookend of these films, I thought this film used that really well. Up until there are some points where I'm just like, that makes no sense. And then I'm sitting there I'm watching a Lego Movie. Does any of this make sense? But I felt like it pushed, I love the ambition of this film because this is a sequel with a lot of ambition. They're not retreading anything. But I felt like some of it went a little too far, and some of the story got a little too out there, and it didn't always work for me towards the end of this film. But honestly, they have some gags in this, and cameos, and how they spoof endings of films, and cliches in films, and lampoon some of the own actors in this film is absolutely hilarious. This film made me laugh so much. And the animation's great. It looks gorgeous. It really built off of the previous film, and I loved how it incorporated other Warner Brothers properties. This parts, this is Mad Max, and it was amazing. There's parts Justice League. It's amazing. And so many things about this film really do work, and the voice cast is impeccable. Everybody's on their A game. It would be hard for me to list off everybody, but Chris Pratt does double duty, does great, and there's some very interesting, different things that they do with Emmett in this film that I loved, and they really take Wild style to some different places and really appreciate what they do with her character. And Batman, honestly, they add a lot of depth to Batman in this film and really explore some things. Some of the other voice cast members kind of are just there and have fun, but there's not a whole lot of depth to them. I do still Unikitty / Ultra Kitty is freaking ridiculous, and Alison Brie is great. And there's some fun new introductions of characters in this film that I appreciated. Rex Danger Vest. thought that's hilarious, and his raptor is freaking ridiculous. But there's so many things about this film that are so much fun. I enjoyed this from start to finish. Was this as clever and fresh as the first one, and as well made as the first one? Not so much, but I appreciated the ambition of this film of trying to do something different and not just retreading the same crap like a lot of sequels do. It's just like, let's take the first movie and tweak this a little bit, which the beauty is Lord and Miller know how to do that in a fun way because they did it with 22 Jump Street and lampooned that fact, and they do something different with this, and I appreciated it. I highly recommend the Lego Movie 2, the second part. There's so many things for everybody in this film. I really, really enjoyed it. Kids will enjoy it. Adults will enjoy it. Everybody will have a good time. Highly recommend this. Let me know what you think. Comment below, subscribe, and thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.